Looking for a human connection. Ooh, Tinder things. Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today we are back into r/Tinder looking at some weird profiles. Just a bunch of dummies trying to arrange dates that they'll never actually go on, so let's get into this thing. This OP says, not happy? You questioning me about my life? Yeah. It's been a rough few days, but we're trying to push onwards and upwards. Anyways, this is Dan, supposedly. He's 30, high tech, lives in place. Swimmer, singer, 6 foot? Well, who wouldn't give this guy a swipe, right? Doesn't look like a 30-year-old man to me, early 20s at best. So OP insists that Dan sends a pic of himself, and Dan actually looks more like this.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
I'm pretty sure that's not the same guy. If it is, it's been a real rough decade for Dan. OP says, yeah, exactly. This is exactly why I asked for a pic. WTF? Not happy? Are good? What do you mean? You're basically a catfish. I'm really not. You look nothing like your Tinder pic. That's what a catfish is. Anyway, thanks for sending. Do you like the pic? Missed voice call. I just reported you to Tinder. Just swap back and forth between those photos a couple of... This is definitely not the same guy. Maybe the eyebrows are slightly similar, but yeah, blue eyes, like different nose completely. What the hell is this? I hope Tinder got this guy. He can't keep getting away with it! Seems like we got another catfish here. This bio accompanied by pictures from 20 years ago. Trey is 38. Oh man. I can't believe I'm trying this. I feel so lame. Like, when did I become so old and alone? Oh man. Take a break, Trey. Maybe it's time to take a few steps back, you know? My house was always the party house. It used to be groups of girls that wouldn't leave, but I had to grow up. My son was born. I raised him by myself. He's my BF now. Please mean best friend.
I don't like where this is going.
He's 16 and I need, you know, one night or every night. Let's not. How about that? I don't think this is the way to go about it, Trey. Somebody be like, hey, tell me about yourself. And you're like, well, I peaked 2 decades ago. Everything's been a miserable spiral after that. Please, stop it. You don't belong here. You belong in therapy. Ooh, this one's a profile critique. Came out of an 8-year relationship semi-recently, and I have no idea what I'm doing. Please be brutal. Well, this is George. He's 24 in an 8-year relationship. Bro, that is some of the heaviest puppy love. I'm pretty sure you're gonna do just fine. But yeah, he says if you want to explore the world whilst being catered to by your own personal chef, moi, I'm your guy. Oh, you got a nice little beanie picture there. You got a dino egg picture. I like that one a lot, actually. Outdoors ice cream, reading films, travel. Yeah, you're gonna be just fine, George. Look at that giant snowman. George is a Chad, honestly. Whoa! He also hiked to a place. Look at that! And he's being given an AirPod by a man. Will you listen to my playlist with me? Oh my god. I'm flattered. Like I said, man, you're gonna be just fine. You look like you're having fun. You're smiling in your pictures, showing a lot of personality. George ain't gonna be on the market for too long. He did ask me to be brutal, so I'm gonna say, like, this little few days not shaven, it's not the best look. It's a beard, but not quite, you know what I mean? Go all in or go all out. Or, yeah, you know what I'm saying. All right, George, good luck. This post, on the other hand, is by far the worst and driest convo I've ever had on a dating app ever. You threw ever in there twice? You really felt a certain type of way about this. Okay, fine. 2 truths and a lie. I have 12 piercings. I've only kissed 3 people. I've downed over 15 tequila shots in one go. The second one is a lie. I've only kissed 3 people. That probably would have been my guess as well. 15 tequila shots kind of implies like, I've only kissed 3 people that I can recall. But she says, no. OP says, oof, okay, which one's the lie? 50-50 chance of getting it right. Go ahead and try. Honestly, you don't seem like an interesting enough person for me to actually care to try again. Your entire personality is based around having piercings and drinking alcohol. That's the foot you want to start out with? I don't think we're gonna click. But OP, he's all in, going for the gold. He says, okay, so the 15 tequila shots one is a lie? And she said, no. Oh, well, now I definitely can't get it wrong, lol. 12 piercings. That's really cool. I'm only getting my first 3 tomorrow with a friend. Oh wait, that's the lie. So, how many do you have? 14! She's definitely not giving much back in response. And also, if we really want to get technical, then having 14 piercings also means that she has 12 piercings. But OP, he's still in here. He's still rolling with the punches. He's like, oh wow, that's really cool. I see you're from place. How is it over there? I'm from other place. It's your average cul-de-sac maze of houses. Lol. She just says, I don't live there anymore, sir. Dude, I couldn't give less of a shit. You're expecting me to be like some sort of detective? Also, I don't know if talking about where she lives gives her a lot of room to run, OP is slightly doing his part to make this conversation more dry. He responds and says, oh, I didn't know where you lived. Just look at your profile and saw it. How long have you been at your new place? Moving out must have been pretty exciting, no? Oh yeah, I love moving out. What are you talking about? Yeah, he's fumbling the bag real hard. But she's also not cutting him any slack, like one-word responses. Of course you're gonna trip over your sentences a little bit. Like, what the hell am I supposed to talk about to break new common ground? Well, she told you the things that she's interested in. You don't have any piercings yet, you're going to get some? That's great. Can you talk about an alcohol story? That's basically all I got. It's not much, but it's got to be better than moving out must have been exciting. How bad was the place you were leaving? This husk just says, oh yeah, true. OP says, so what brought you to place? I don't go to place. What are you even talking about? This conversation is over. I'm tired and annoyed. Yeah, this conversation was awful on both ends. I gotta place more of the blame on her. But OP, yeah, not doing himself any favors. OP says, oh, I read that as other place instead of estate. My bad, lol. But okay, appreciate the honesty at least. Don't know why you gotta be rude though, lol. I don't think she was rude, really. She made a statement, I'm tired and annoyed. That could have nothing to do with you. You're really trying to like nail down the location where she lives. It doesn't come off all that well. Talk about something more nebulous and fun and flirty than the place where she lives. If you're actually that interested. Like I said, I would have been checked out on the 2 truths and a lie. I'm like, ew. Nah, not interested in getting to know you, really. At least it's not as bad as the self-loathing catfishes earlier in the video, though. Here's another waking nightmare. He proceeded to call me on WhatsApp 13 times after this. We had matched less than an hour before this conversation. Good God, he is down bad. Weirdo says, I could go on and on feeling sorry for myself. I've just had ongoing issues in life. Yeah, everybody has, man. This is not how you want to open up. Are you looking for a meaningful relationship? Maybe at some point you can unload all this, but this is not how we open. OP says, yeah, some people are dealt that hand for sure. And I don't feel like my good years are ahead of me. Jesus. So I'm just kind of giving up in a lot of ways. I mean, you are officially my best friend because I don't talk to anybody else. Yeah, Jesus. Are you trying to drive people away immediately? This is not great. Hell, a coworker said we could be friends, and I told him the same thing. He doesn't message me now. Actually, 2 coworkers did that. Wow, fascinating. What are you talking about? OP says, oh, well, hey there, bestie. I'm surprised that's the case with how many people you interact with at work. Just OP being nice. And then he calls 13 times. You're being nice. Time to really f it up. I'm gonna make sure that you never want to interact with me again, and then I'll blame the entire world for why they've left me so high and dry and alone. This is self-sabotage. You heard it yourself. OP doesn't answer the 13 calls. Instead, she says, so, very kindly, you seem very sweet, but it seems as though you have traumas that you haven't been able to resolve, and you need love and kindness. This isn't something that is your fault, but it's also something that I personally do not have the capacity for. I'm truly sorry. You don't even need to be sorry. You delivered that so gracefully. And a normal human being would look inwardly and be like, gosh, maybe I really do have some things to work on. But not this psychopath. What the f? Why would you ask me to freaking open up and then have it go against me? What the flying f? You cow! F you! Screw off! Don't freaking type! Just freak off! Off! Okay. You trauma dumped, then got mad at me for making it all sad and asking if you'd seen a therapist. I'm sorry you've had a bad experience in life, friend. Again, just the most eloquent response from OP. What an absolute maniac. And the sad thing is that sympathetic people will probably get lured in by this behavior. They'll just be like, oh, he said I'm his closest friend. If anybody ever tells you that, you need to run. That's all I'm gonna say. Miss OP says, I'm going back to giving up. That's right. Run to what's comfortable. So she matches with Jay, I suppose. And how does Jay decide to open up? The creepiest way possible, of course. Hello to you. So what are your cross streets out here? Huh? Yeah, I mean, it says you're less than a mile from me, lol. I'm on this street and that area. Okay. I don't even really know where that is. I'm still new. Oh, wow. Do you live alone or with other people? Dude, this is what? What? Please, never this. Are you doing like a serial killer RP? Because that's what it feels like. I'm so viscerally uncomfortable. OP says, huh? Single? Live alone or with family? Kids? Single? Why are my questions a shocker for you, lol? I mean, can you see why? From a stranger's perspective, it might be a little weird, Jay. Sorry if I seem too forward. Yeah, what streets do you live on and do you live alone are, fascinating questions. That's one adjective. I would have gone with terrifying. I didn't say street. I asked for cross streets. That's the main intersection. I didn't ask for your address. If you know what somebody looks like from the pictures and you also know the cross streets near which they live, that's far too much information for an internet stranger to be walking around with. They're already less than a mile from each other, which is absolutely terrifying to me. But I don't blame OP for wanting to go back to giving up. After that interaction, I want to hide under a rock myself. And that is only further exasperated by there are two types of men on Tinder. Tyler says, can I eat your punad today? William says, you have really pretty eyes. Okay, we're both after the same thing. Maybe Tyler's a bit more upfront about it. William, he's trying to take the indirect approach. But OP says that she replied to both, so, you know, there's no such thing as a wrong answer, I guess. I'm definitely more a William than a Tyler, though, I'll tell you that. Although I don't address physical attributes. Get inside their mind to walk around first before you're like, yeah, I like your body too. But the brain, that's where you really fall in love first, you know? Now that's trace amounts of science. This OP says, it just gets more wild the longer you look. Oh no. Yeah, this is Gloria. She's 19. Her 6 foot 8 inches. Gloria's a big girl. Professor lives and plays straight bi less than a mile away. You can't tell me that's the face of a 19-year-old. Those are the hardest 19 years anybody ever lived. Those are the 19 years of a grizzled old coal miner in West Virginia. Drinks Irish coffee all day, every day in the mines to stay awake, and then gets home and shoots up black tar heroin to fall asleep. Maybe the text-to-speech just misunderstood her. It's like, how old are you? She's like, 90. 19. No, 90! I don't know how to change it, this newfangled Tinder. Come on, bro. About me, the #1 GILF in the area. I may be old, but that comes with experience. You're blatantly lying about your age. Looking for some cute college kids to teach things they never knew about their bodies. Oh, this the prostate thing, isn't it? No, don't do this. The surprising thing about me is I can fit 5 members into my mouth. Oh my God. Stop it! You're killing me, Gloria. Relationship type, monogamy, open relationship, polyamory, languages I know, Chichewa, English, Hawaiian, Lithuanian, something else. Yeah, Chichewa. Only the smallest fragment of the population know it, so nobody can call her out on it. And then there's just some bikini pictures here, and oh my goodness, Gloria. Why are you doing this to yourself? She's a Virgo, has a master's, I have children and don't want more. Also vaxxed, better in person, touch. Oh, it's like a love language thing. Lifestyle, all the pets, drinks most nights. Yeah. Smoker, Mary J, everyday weights, halal, influencer status, night owl. Interests, heavy metal, gym, jet ski, sauna, ramen. I don't know, Gloria, maybe it's time to pack it in at a certain point. Maybe your kids are worried about you. Maybe they're angling to get you into a home. And you know, my entire impression of this thing would have changed greatly if she was just honest about the age range that she actually is. But you lied. You lied because you're cruising for college kids and it's gross. Not okay for a dude, not okay for a chick. We just have all the catfishes in this video for some reason. Although the 5 members thing, this fascinating. I heard that the high score is 37.
37. My girlfriend sucked 37 in a row?
Here's another dumpster to dive into. I was literally in the shower for 25 minutes and then this. Those dogs are adorable, OMG. Yeah, they're pretty cute together. What are their names? Piper and Pancake. Pancake. Pancake is the baby. I see. Are you from Victoria? No response. Taking a shower. Also, with the utmost respect, can I blow your back out? Okay. Smooth transition. OP says, men try not to bring up in the first 3 hours challenge failed. It is a shockingly easy challenge, but for some reason nobody seems able to do it. The cum brains is taken over. He says, true, but you probably wouldn't have responded to anything else, wink. I literally responded to you before you said that. And here we are, chatting, smiley face. You really think you've won? You've taken the immediate response over the possible long-term development of this relationship. It's just awful foresight. Your weirdly timed Hail Mary did nothing except make me think, wow, this guy's really impatient and also sucks at social skills. And both of those things are entirely accurate. He shot himself in the foot, but honestly probably saved you a lot of time in the end, so thank you, random internet creep, for showing your hand nice and early. Same thing happens in this next post. I don't know why these dudes are just so thirsty, fumbling the bag all over the place today. There's been some weird chicks too, but by far more weird dudes. You matched with creep. Tiggle bitties drool. Oh my god. What's the success rate of that opener? 50-50. Which 50 do you think this is? The good 50. Wink. Oh geez. Sorry, bud. Try again. What's your snap? As if. Eye roll. Dude, he looks way too old to be on Snapchat. How did you even match in the first place? What was the profile like? There's a lot of questions about this guy that I probably never want answered, you know? This next OP says, I swear I don't understand women. Well, let's see if we can help you, fella. Yeah, I got my associates in general education and then decided to get into programming. Now I'm looking into data analytics. I'd wager it's less interesting than being a veterinarian, lol. She says, maybe just a little, but to each their own, lol. Yeah, everybody end the sentence with lol. That definitely makes this less awkward. Probably not the route that you want to go, OP. She probably doesn't know that much about data analytics except that it's boring, and yeah, you stated that it's boring. Where are we expecting this conversation to go? OP thinks to a face-to-face meeting and says, so you wouldn't happen to be free Thursday night? Good segue, just masterful transition. There's this nice little bar called Place that I know of that makes some pretty good drinks. I understand if you don't at this point. Damn, dude. Try not to take yourself down, at least not so often. The self-flagellation in this post is just, it's palpable. The girl says, I'm sorry, I've been busy with school. I won't be able to do anything, and honestly, I'm not really looking for a relationship or anything right now. Sorry for the delayed response. I mean, she's on a dating app. She is looking for a relationship, just not with you. Boring and self-loathing in the few messages we got, yeah, it's usually not enough to hook most women in. Maybe we can workshop that a little bit in the future. As far as the career path thing as well, you're sort of all over the place. You're like, yeah, I did general education and programming. I guess data analytics is in a similar vein. You're starting to find your path, but she's like already a vet, you know? I think she's looking for somebody a little more established, perhaps. Here is another confused fellow. But if me not smoking is gonna be a problem, I completely understand and it's okay. Oh, understandable. I mean, if you spot me for my bud, we could chill and hang out for sure. Just got a new bottle of wine. Please, I don't really understand what her last statement means. If anybody could please break it down for me, I would really appreciate it. Well, 3 days ago, this might be fresh enough that we can make it happen. She wants you to pay for her marijuana. Run, OP. She's gonna make you buy $50 worth of bud so you can drink a bottle of $2 Chuck. This is not worth getting involved with in any way whatsoever. I hope that's all been cleared up and that you will start running away post-haste. Oh, thirsty dudes out in mass today. I'm speechless. You matched with Harley. Damn, Miss Rachel. You seem like you have some absolutely amazing boobs. And a beautiful smile to go with them. Oh, he's taking the double-edged approach. I noticed your physical attribute, but I also noticed your other physical attribute. Wow, I'm so flattered. Just the beard and the flat cap. Harley's a neckbeard. I'm gonna call that right now. How did you ever match with this guy? And they say chivalry's dead. You cut me real deep today, Harley. Let's try a little bit harder next time, okay, buddy? Make your dad proud. Wherever he is. Her profile was full of period. What does this mean? Well, she's menstruating, OP. It happens once a month when the girls reach a certain age. No, it means literal, like, full stop. I'm convinced that full stop. Oh my god, same. Really? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I'm really getting up every morning and looking at myself in the mirror, deep in the eyes, and saying, full stop. Truly, the daily mantra. Not a bad mantra, if I'm honest. Ha ha ha. So, you want someone to sign with? Sign with? What the hell are you talking about? I guess OP's lost too, because he came to Reddit for help, but I ain't gonna be no help on this. She was too lazy to create an actual profile. She's too lazy to read the messages that you're writing. She's completely on her own program and probably unfixable. But who knows, OP, maybe you could be the one that could fix her. Just give me a chance. I can fix her. Yep, because that's how it works. Maybe somebody come along and fix Alex. How many red flags does it take to make a green flag? 47. Alex is 28. Data analysis at place, University of Place, by, lives in place a mile away, looking for a long-term partner. Which all seems normal enough. I think it's when you let them start writing for themselves that things start to go off the rails. About me, caring and compassionate person, but not great at being polite or keeping my mouth shut. Oh, so not caring and compassionate. I say a thing, and then at the end of the sentence, I say the opposite thing. But I expect you to believe that both things are true. You're just dumb. I'm curious, inquisitive, and I enjoy learning new things. Hobbies include texting, Netflix, complaining, calling it sick when I'm not actually sick, jerking it, shoplifting, and never cleaning my room. Jesus. You're certainly painting a picture here. Something makes me think that Alex is going to fit in very well here at ReddX Industries. Put him in the neckbeard tank in Sector 7. Passionate about health and humans and ethics. Was vegan for 7 years but had to give it up because I got severe long COVID. I have lots of diseases.
Gotcha! Ha! Hepatitis C! Joke's on you, I already got it. Meningitis! I'm a carrier.
I have lots of diseases. Cool, bro. It's like the weirdest flex ever. Because he's got no personality. Just complete bottom of the barrel. Netflix and complaining? It might be like ironic statements, but I don't know, man. I'm glad OP swerved this one, because that is a lot of red flags. I don't think it's quite 47. But he's only 28. He's working on it. Our next subject is 21, and OP says, why? If we look like we could be siblings, I'll probably be in love with you. Oh my god. Stuck in the dryer again, eh, stepsis? If you love curly-haired, green-eyed blondes, you've come to the right place. Yeah, Tinder. Super duper, I guess. I get what she's trying to say, but I don't know if you could phrase it any worse. Maybe she's looking to start a very niche OnlyFans account, but no, she seems like a nice girl. It's probably not that. Probably. Oh, finally, some more weird girls. Astrology girls are strange. Well, that's putting it lightly. OP says, yeah, of course you do. And she says, don't, but I like you a lot. You're an air sign, aren't you? What's that in English? Luke, don't be uneducated, babe. When is your birthday? Ew, already, ew. I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a fire sign, and I'm about 30 seconds from flaming you to death. You need to stop. This ain't a personality. OPS, are you one of these crazy astrology girls that I've heard about? Oh, Daddy, I also love crystals and vibes.
I need you to tell me you believe in crystal skulls.
Please don't make me believe in them.
I don't care, to be fair. You're really hot, so I'll pretend that I know what you're talking about. X. Oh yeah, great strategy. Awesome, Luke. The reason that she pulls all this bull is because guys like you decide to let her get away with it. Let's make a note of that. Thank you, Daddy. Now, can I know your birthday, pretty please? I want to be able to make the spell. I know you probably heard it a million times, but don't stick it in crazy. I know you're going to. You probably have some regrets about it. You might also have the time of your life, right before she ends up stabbing you with a fork. I don't know, man. Some dudes will really put themselves through it for the sake of a choncha online. Ain't that the truth? Good luck. That's all I gotta say. Good luck. This OP says, was I a bit sassy because I think liking someone's profile to ask about their friend is rude, and it just screams not reading the room. Shrug. I mean, is it trashy? Yeah. Are people still gonna do it? Well, yeah. Dude says, I can't remember how bad this etiquette is, but is black jacket torn jeans single? Lamau, she lives in place, but she wouldn't be into you anyway. Shrug. Oh. Yep. Also, you don't need to do it. He knows it's crap etiquette. He acknowledged it already. Don't even respond. Just leave him with the O. I hope he really is gonna go off. Also, it is bad etiquette to ask people about their friends. Just so you know, for the future, if you aren't interested in the main person's profile, then just don't like or match with them. So I'm gonna peace out. Just peace out after the O. I'm telling you, you put yourself in a weaker position by trying to explain all this to him. I wouldn't even call it sassy. You just came across as like the more hurt person here, which you should not let be the case. Don't ever let him see you sweat, OP. That's all I got to say. Here's a bit more advice. My advice has been on point today. Remade profile. Attracting the strangest mix of people. Tips? Well, this is Sarah. She likes to have her dog lick her armpit. It's probably not a great start. And then the caption for it is, this could be us, which... I don't like it. For many reasons, which I won't go into for the sake of YouTube monetization, okay? First photo, first caption, you've really freaked me out. But let's continue on. 2 truths and a lie. My mom's my grandma's sister. I like peeing in sinks. I have a large tumor growing in my chest. Well, I guess it's better than the tequila girl. Also, shouts out to r/sink pissers. Hey! Green flags that I look for as a voice note. I want someone who is equally as happy listening to podcasts and SCOTUS opinions being read aloud as they're skanking around the circle pit. If you let me take photos of and or paint you nude, that would be cool too. I'm an artist. Oh yeah, dragging politics into punk rock. It seems like we get along, but I am diametrically opposed to everything that you represent. Sarah is 34, gender is over if you want it. Yeah, she got some opinions. Well, I don't think we get along. Attorney at government. My life behind the scenes. I sit on the bed with pink hair and a weird face like this. That's a prompt that seems destined for failure anyways. What would my life behind the scenes be? A picture of my computer setup? Like a girl's gonna walk up and be like, wow, dual monitors, that's cool. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna get a third one soon. Don't ask about behind the scenes. Behind the scenes is ugly. Dating me will look like black dress and fingers in the air. Yay! Actually, it looks like she might be a bit of fun, but then we get back into the political stuff and I'm like, ugh, let's not do this, Sarah. My most controversial opinion is, I'm a bureaucrat, but I think the only thing that can save the US is a violent overthrow by the underclass. I'm not a violent person, but I believe we've sunk so far into end-stage capitalism that it's our only hope. Kind of small brain take, violent overthrow. Yeah, like that's gonna affect any actual change. How about we limit lobbyist influence? How about we repeal some bullshit laws? We haven't even tried it yet, but she's like, nah, the streets have to run red. Okay, sure. A very sane take to have. She acknowledges it's controversial, but it's not controversial for the reasons that you think it's controversial. Get someone who looks at you like... Yeah, that, I don't know. Some confused mid-30s government official who wants to pretend she's not a cog in the machine. I didn't mean to cut you so deep. I think it's just that smarmy expression that really got to me. Triggered my fight or flight response. My simple pleasures. Treats. Just treats. A little bit of treats. Nice. Long walks. Car rides. Getting way too happy and excited when people I love return home. I'm basically a dog. Are you a cat person? Because... And then just like a picture of a cat, which goes completely against the dog thing that I heard earlier. I kind of like the tattoo and stuff, but I'm not gonna tattoo anything on my body that's gonna be dead in 15 years, you know? Yeah, I'm just really on one today. A special talent of mine, 4th tier artist. Yeah, I don't know, maybe that's being generous. I see a lot of like the tattoos and stuff. I'd like to see some of the actual artwork. But then I just probably sink my teeth into that too. Today's a bad day to show me the artwork. She is indeed a zany type of person, but I think especially, you know, approaching mid-30s or 40s, I'm just over it. I don't need anybody out here trying to really make a political statement, you know? Probably somebody will swipe, probably it's in some people's tastes, but not mine. But I'm also not gonna try and tell you to change any of the things that make you uniquely you, you know? It seems like you're secure in yourself. I think that's admirable, although I think that time and energy could best be utilized elsewhere. But what do I know? This OP says, God forbid I encourage conversations about my interests. Ask me anything about gaming on PC. If I ask you any question, what are the odds that you won't Google it before answering? Yeah, I guess you just have to have faith in the other person to not do that, because you're trying to build a cohesive relationship, establish a bit of rapport and honesty with each other. It's not all important that you know every single thing about gaming on PC. There's so many freaking games out that you couldn't possibly. So why don't you just shoot your shot, open up about your love of Destiny or World of Warcraft or whatever, and just see if you vibe based on that. As for me, I like Killing Floor 2. Who really knows about Killing Floor 2? I mean, millions of people, but it's not super mainstream is what I'm trying to say. Whatever. Just try not to be a douche about it. That's what I'm really trying to say. The gaming gatekeeper, he's here! You couldn't possibly know more than he does, and if you did, then you Googled it. Obviously. It's just really a weird way to open up. This guy says, I'm from Europe and moved to Singapore. Why are so many women like that here? Sorry, I'm not free. When are you free? Wait, are you a student? Yeah, I am. You? Never mind. What do you mean? I'm looking for someone whom I can depend without troubling them, so I think we're not a match. You seems to be a serious type. Well, quite clearly she thinks you're a walking ATM, as happens with most people with white skin in Southeast Asian countries. She's looking for a bit of sugar daddy action, and yeah, since you're a student, obviously you don't have the high-paying job that she imagines that you have. She's not in it for the right reasons, is what I'm saying. You dodged the big bullet here, is what I'm saying. Unless you're just looking to hook up or whatever. But it doesn't seem like she's gonna let that happen unless you like wine and dine her first. The investment is too big for the potential reward. There's literally no return on this investment. I would thank her for her honesty and move along post-haste. I should also point out that I think it's unfair to label many women like this. Whereas you're a white expat, as am I, and we could be labeled a certain way based on that. So let's make our best attempt to not do that and judge people on a more individual basis. Sound fair? Sounds fair. OP says, I know there's a good line here about seeing her in other styles. I just need to word it right. Yeah, definitely run to Reddit with this one. They'll help you out. You matched with Kate. I love how you can pull off almost every hairstyle. And she's like, almost? Which one can't I? Already, I'm not liking this. No. You sort of backed yourself into the corner with this one. I think the only proper answer is bald. You tell her she's gotta go bald. Prove me wrong. You both get a good laugh, opens up a little bit of dialogue. Let me tell you about my male pattern baldness. No, don't do that. Ludicrous. Anyways, I think that's about it for me for today. Thank you guys so much for riding along with me. On the end card, we got all kinds of neckbeard stories. Because I still remember Harley, the neckbeard, so we're calling back to that. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, bye-bye. Go ahead, cut them open. It's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine.
Promise, swears he, it's just